Good morning, everybody. Today's the day. It's finally happening. We're going chopping. Before I get too carried away, one side note, now that chopping's going, planting's going, everything's going, videos are going to come a little more hectic, hopefully a little faster. It's just going to be a wild ride, huh? Alright guys, finally headed to the first field. Got my super trucker headset ready to go, lunch, water jug. What could possibly go wrong, right? But in typical Mock Farms fashion, we're staggering out of the gates. Trucks are all running to the port to get their overweight permits, so we don't have to worry about that. Merger is out ahead of me. Maddie's running it. Glenn was getting his chopper all ready to go. Yeah, we'll see. See how this goes. We got a half pivot where we're going, and then it sounds like we're going to split them. It also sounds like at some point today, Bart's going to take over this, and I'm going to start planting corn. And on top of all that, I got softball tonight at 6 o'clock. Yes. Oh, I love that bridge. It's like every year, first field's always a little rough. Everyone's got to remember everything, you know. In the chopper, you got to remember all your buttons. Truckers got to remember kind of our routine we try to follow. Mergers got to remember how to throw stuff. And you always wind up catching the swather. He started swathing yesterday, got the outside tower, and quit just to make sure he was ready to go and get a little bit of a head start. Well, he barely started today before us, and in 45 minutes we've already caught him. You're full. One of the joys of chopping wheelage, I guess. But so far, so good. Hit a lot of metal going around the outside, which is to be expected in some fields. But yeah, hopefully this continues going as well as it is. So, like any silage harvest, we're 50 minutes in, waiting on trucks. We're only one short. We're only running 3 of our own instead of 4, because between irrigation water and getting some other stuff going over at home and not knowing where one of our guys are right now, yeah, we're a little on the short-handed side, so we'll see. I don't know. Doesn't really matter though. We caught the swather. He's not going very fast for some reason, so oh well. Welcome to silage. Ought to hurry up and wait. Oh, the joys of spring silage. We've been stationary basically for an hour now. It was getting too green. We caught the swather, so we were trying to let it air out. And about the time we fired back up, swather broke down. Luckily ours was only about 2 miles away, so Bart brought it over so we can get done with this and move on. And already on day 1, we're going to split the cutters. Glenn's going to go about 15 miles southeast of here. I'm going to jump a couple miles northwest. Yeah, never a dull moment. Okay, finally, that field is done. It's 12:30. It only took us 4 hours. Granted, an hour of it was us just sitting and talking, but done. Now, like I said, Glenn's going south, I'm going north. Hopefully the day gets better from here. If you guys have been following the page since last summer, you know I talk a lot about severe weather out here because of how prevalent it can be. And if you've been following the page since wheat harvest last year, you know we were having to avoid some nasty, nasty stuff. In fact, this pivot I'm cutting on right now, I was cutting in the late afternoon like it is now, staring east at a tornado-warned storm. Well, all day today, been staring east at that. Now that isn't tornado warned. See if I can, there you got it. That's not tornado warned, but talking to guys that are over there, it's only over at the state line, so about 40 miles away. 2+ inches of rain and a ton of hail, it sounds like. So, I'm real glad we're getting started on this, because nothing makes you feel worse than getting that crop almost to harvest, and then the white combine, as we say, comes along and harvests it for you. That being said, about 2 Hector's hollering at me, guys. So, got that field done. Got that field done. Yeah. All in all, Glenn and I did 60 acres together. And then we each did 60 acres on our own. So we did right around 180 acres today. Not too shabby for day one. Hopefully by the time we kind of get our groove going, we get that number to about 250 a day. Because we got a few acres to cover. Either way, I've got 8 minutes now to get the 5 miles to my pickup, and then the 15-minute drive to the south end of town for my daughter's softball game. I don't know if I'm going to make opening pitch.